Welcome to this explainer. Be honest for a second. How many times have you had to learn a completely new software tool or, rethink your entire workflow just in the last year alone? If you've been feeling the ground shifting beneath your feet lately in your career or business, well, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to unpack exactly how to navigate this rapidly changing world. We'll do it by shifting our mindset, extracting the exact habits that make tech giants so successful, and giving you a really definitive, structured roadmap for your own personal and professional growth. Okay, let's dive right in. Here's our roadmap for today. We're hitting 6 key areas: the fast-changing world, fixed versus success mindset, the continuous learning imperative, habits of tech giants, the Metabot vision, and finally, your blueprint for growth.
Section 1. The fast-changing world. Look, change is the new normal. It's a simple phrase, but honestly, it's the foundation of everything we're looking at today. It used to be that you could learn a single trade, settle down, and just coast on that one wave all the way to retirement. Well, those days are long gone. Today, stagnation? Yeah, it's literally not an option.
So why is everything moving at warp speed? Well, technology is evolving rapidly, and AI is fundamentally transforming basically every industry out there. Just think about how quickly generative AI completely flipped the workplace on its head, essentially overnight. It's kind of this wild double-edged sword, right? Entirely new jobs and opportunities are popping up everywhere, but at the exact same time, our old, reliable skills are becoming outdated faster than ever.
Section 2. Fixed versus success mindset.
So how do we psychologically gear up for all this change? The contrast here is actually pretty stark. On one side, you have the fixed mindset. Think of it like a heavy anchor. It practically guarantees failure by limiting your thinking, making you avoid challenges, ignore feedback, and view any real effort as pointless. But on the flip side is the success mindset. This is your rocket. It actively embraces those exact same challenges, takes consistent daily action, and actually uses feedback as fuel to learn and grow.
And the absolutely crucial point here is this: do not limit yourself. You have to consciously realize that your abilities are not just set in stone. Your mind is literally wired for growth. Truly believing in your own ability to expand your horizons is step 1 to turning any setback into a major comeback.
Section 3. The continuous learning imperative.
Okay, so once we've mentally committed to that success mindset, what is the very first tangible step we need to take? Well, continuous learning isn't just some secondary weekend hobby anymore. It has to be your absolute #1 priority. It's an active investment that builds your confidence, creates boundless opportunities, and ultimately, it's what generates new income.
Here's what that looks like in practice. This is the success formula. And notice, it's not a straight line. It's an ongoing loop. You learn new things, you improve continuously, and then you actually have to apply that knowledge. From there, you analyze your real-world results, and then this is the secret sauce. You repeat the process. It's just an endless cycle of compounding improvement.
Now, to properly feed that loop, you're going to need a future-proof arsenal. We're talking about really mastering artificial intelligence, honing your communication and leadership skills, and leaning into creativity and problem-solving. These are the dynamic building blocks that basic automation just cannot easily replace.
Section 4. Habits of tech giants.
Think about this for a second. When we look at the absolute most dominant players in the global market, do they just rely on luck? Or are there clear, repeatable patterns behind all that massive success?
The patterns are crystal clear. Look at how these industry titans operate. Google thrives almost entirely on continuous improvement through search, AI, and cloud innovation. Apple leverages relentless user focus and sheer design excellence. And Tesla? They succeed specifically because they constantly challenge traditional methods with a laser focus on sustainability.
Boiling all of that down, these giants share a fundamental corporate DNA. They all exhibit continuous innovation, an obsessive customer focus, deep employee development, rapid technology adoption, and a highly sustainable long-term vision. They don't just sit around reacting to the future, right? They literally plan for it and build it.
Section 5. The Metabot vision.
So what does this look like in a modern tech ecosystem? Well, take the Metabot vision. It's an expansive, incredibly interconnected technological landscape. You've got the MetaPark side, things like ParkChain and ParkWallet, seamlessly linking up with the Metabot side, which includes the BotChain and VRBot. It's a perfect example of how having a long-term vision creates a super cohesive, robust ecosystem. And when you actually execute on that kind of long-term vision, you get major, tangible milestones. For instance, this kind of relentless development led directly to an official exchange listing on Bitmart, slated for June 17th. That is how you push an ecosystem to the global market. It's not just whiteboard theory, it's about shipping real products.
Section 6. Your blueprint for growth. All right, let's bring these high-level corporate strategies right back down to your daily routine. You need to actively apply this structured personal growth roadmap to your own life. Set your clear goals. Dive into continuous learning. Take action, consistent daily action. Track your progress by measuring the results. And finally, improve and optimize constantly. Just like a tech giant, you have to constantly iterate on yourself.
Throughout that journey, it is totally imperative to continually upgrade 5 core pillars. You've got to refresh your knowledge and your practical skills, for sure. But don't forget to build valuable connections in your network, adopt new technology tools, and above all, cultivate that adaptable growth mindset we talked about earlier. Because the true engine behind all of this, it's the compound effect. Small changes matter, consistency wins. It is those tiny, daily steps of improvement that inevitably snowball into massive, long-term growth and absolutely incredible results.
Our ultimate takeaway today really boils down to 5 simple commands. If you want to thrive in a world where change is the new normal, you simply have to keep learning, keep growing, keep adapting, and keep improving. Do those 4 things, and I promise you, you will keep winning.
So, I'm going to leave you with this. The world around you is changing at lightning speed, whether you're ready for it or not. The fixed mindset leads straight to obsolescence, while the success mindset opens the door to endless opportunity. What small, consistent action are you going to take today to upgrade your mindset, embrace the future, and start compounding your personal growth? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep adapting.